Hello and welcome into GroomersTake. Happy Game 1 Toronto Maple Leaf fans and Montreal Canadiens fans. Happy to both of you. Here we go. Thursday night. But we have to start with the Winnipeg Jets and the Edmonton Oilers. It was weird. That was a weird hockey game to watch, especially after watching how awesome Washington and Boston was. The atmosphere in Carolina, I mean, that place is packed. It's full. It has to be. It's amazing to watch. And then the Winnipeg-Edmonton game, it just seemed like there was no huge spark or anything like that. You know what I mean? No fans will do that, but the game itself was pretty boring. I thought they would have hated each other a bit more. I thought there would have been bigger hits here and there. McDavid and Draisaitl were shut down. I don't see that continuing. It's a very hard thing to do. Connor Hellebuyck was really, really good when he needed to be. And is this a stolen game? Maybe. Can Hellebuyck do it again next game? Maybe. But this is the thing. It doesn't matter if Winnipeg steals two. Going back to Winnipeg for Edmonton is just another game in a different barn. You don't know the bounces of the rink? Sure, if you want to use that as an excuse or whatever, but Edmonton's fine. This game's fine. Am I scared about my Edmonton in 6 right now? Yeah, sure. Of course I am. It didn't look good last night. Let's see what happens in Game 2. Nikola Jokic deserves MVP in the NBA. I've been saying that for a while. I was a Team Harden guy, but then he got hurt, right? So, boom, you're out of the question. You didn't play enough games. Damian Lillard is the guy that said Jokic deserves MVP, and I hope he gets it. It'd be very cool to see. He's just been the most consistent guy throughout the whole season. Tony La Russa losing the clubhouse in the White Sox organization for the MLB. This is a whole weird thing. I mean, his player swung on 3-0, being up a lot. Is that what it was? And it just doesn't look good. And then a player from Minnesota throws behind Mercedes, the batter of the White Sox, the next pitch. And Tony La Russa said it was deserved. That's not good, man. You're talking about your own players right now. Just seems very weird to me. I might have that mixed up, but I mean, I think he swung on 3-0 or whatever it was. Yeah, it's just not good. I have to stick with baseball and what Clayton Kershaw said about no-hitters. Remember, this is the best pitcher we've seen in the last decade. He is saying that no-hitters, or this many no-hitters, is not good for the game. So what he's basically saying is he's terrified of the mound being moved back. I'm with him here. I mean, mound moving back or not, you're worried about it because as a baseball fan, you should love the fact how little no-hitters happen. They're very important. When a no-hitter happened, I remember how excited you used to be to hear it. It's awesome. It is a wicked thing to do. But because offenses and these analytics crap is always thinking about get it over the fence, hit a home run, hit a double, that kind of attitude going towards the plate, there's going to be no more no-hitters because guys are popping out, striking out. I've mentioned it before. I don't like it. You have to listen to your players, MLB. I don't know. I think he's in trouble. I think all pitchers are in trouble. They're either going to be giving up bombs or they're moving the mound back, and those certain pitchers are going to give up more bombs, and the best players, the best pitchers are going to get more and more no-hitters. Instead, we're going to be counting perfect games later down the road. I don't like it. I was going to save this for a little bit, but let's get into the Kadri hit. Watched it live. You don't notice it when the play's going until you see a St. Louis Blue laying on the ice, and you're like, ooh, this guy looks like he's as stiff as a board. Is he out? Like, what's going on here? It doesn't look good. And then they change camera angles, and it's Kadri. And as a Leaf fan, you're thinking, come on, man. Come on. Clearly he hasn't really figured it out. I didn't think anything too big of it after our first couple replays. And I thought, it's 2 to 3 games. I mean, right away, it's a hit to the head, right? It's 2 to 3 games. But today I saw that he got an in-person hearing, which means it's 5, I think. My buddy told me. I think it's 5. Shout out to Bruce. And then I saw a different angle. So I saw it from the corner angle of the end of the rink there, and behind the goal line, and it was coming in at Kadri like this on Falk like this, Justin Falk, and the way Kadri comes across, it almost looks like he's leaving his feet too. I get it. It's the heat of the game. Maybe it's impossible, but it's in your blood. It's in your guts. That is what you're going to do. And that is the person he is. I don't think he can change. And his resume can speak for itself. A buddy of mine sent it to me again. Shout out Bruce. What his resume is. And it's not good. It dates all the way back to, I think it was 2012. If he's getting 5 games, I think it's deserved. But I don't think it should be more. I think it should be 5 games. And his resume is what it is. You can't take the Falk injury into perspective. I can't get into it. I can't get into it too much. I don't want people hating on it. I am just a dude watching hockey games, but I think 5 games in the end will be worth it. Wizards-Pacers play-in game. I don't even know if it's tonight or tomorrow, but I always thought the Wizards would have been a bit better with Beal and Westbrook. I don't know why they're not better, but they're playing in the play-in game. I'll take the Wizards without even knowing much about the NBA right now. I'll take the Wizards. Lakers edged the Warriors last night. It was exciting-ish. It wasn't that exciting. You're basically looking at what LeBron and Davis are going to do, and then on the other side with the Warriors, you're like wondering what Steph's going to do. And I will say this about Draymond Green. I like him more now than I ever have. I just think he's a guy that plays for his team, and he has a logical mind when it comes to basketball and the things he does and the things that he gets away with and what he doesn't get away with. That's all I have to say about that. The Warriors now play Memphis, and of course I'm going to take Steph. I'm going to take the Warriors, even though I think Memphis has a lot of young talent and they can pull it off. Boston-Washington last night, 2 overtimes. Go straight to the goal. Samsonov, what happened behind the net there? It was awful. And then you saw Ovi yelling at the end of the game. Was he yelling at the defenseman and the goalie? Or was he yelling at the other team? What was happening there? It was a terrible way to end a game if you're a Caps fan and if you're just a hockey fan watching. Like, it was it. It was over. Craig Smith wraparound. Man. Nashville Canes. 3-0 final. I mean, I mentioned the building earlier. The atmosphere. The Canes are good. They might hand one to Nashville in Nashville, but nah, I'm going to go 4-0. This is a sweep. Toronto-Montreal starts tonight. Let's go. I got my fake jersey on, but it's a Dougie jersey from a while back. And let's go. I can't say anything else, but let's go. Let's see what happens when the puck drops. Let's see what the atmosphere is like with the boys, the intensity. It's been a while since they both played. Let's just go. I can't hype it up as a Leaf fan saying like, oh, we're going to win because you haven't shown us anything. Let's see what happens tonight. I'm excited. I'm going to sit down and watch. And shout out before we get out here, the PGA Championship is this weekend. There's a bunch of stuff this weekend. F1 in Monaco this weekend. Definitely tuning in. One of the best tracks in the world. But PGA Championship, Corey Connors, as of right now, last time I looked, is at the top of the leaderboard at -5, and he was through 16 holes. Let's go. Canadian content, top of the leaderboard. Gotta love it. Adam Groome, GroomersTake. See you later. Thank you.